Well, you should be seeing this on, what is it, Friday, May 1st? Saturday? Friday? Whatever. Anyway, the 1st of May. And I'm going to try something crazy. I'm going to try to shoot a video every day this month. I got the idea from another YouTuber. And I think we're going to give it a shot. It's going to be a little lower fi. But hopefully it'll give you a little bit of behind the scenes of what we do here. And here, hang on, switching hands. And show you how we roll all this whole thing. And the thing about it is, there's a lot that you don't see, especially guitar testing, shipping, pickup building, all that kind of stuff. So probably just gonna use a GoPro a lot. On the end of a stick with a microphone, something super, a little bit more lo-fi, but it'll be kind of fun. So I've got a set of P90s going out to Texas Toast Guitars, actually, for a custom build they're doing. This is the only set going out today. So here's the first little tip I'll give you. If you order pickups from a pickup company, you measure them and they're not exactly the same as what they rate on the paper or in the specs. A lot of times that can be because of temperature. So temperature will make the value of a pickup vary, and it can vary quite a bit actually. Got our name labeled on there. Yeah, it can make a pickup value vary quite a bit. If it's cold, you know, this is actually pretty cold right now. If we were to leave it out in the sun, let it get up to 80-90 degrees, you'd measure it again. If it measures 7.9 right now, it'll measure like 8.4 then, or 8.3 probably. Because yesterday when I measured this, when I actually built it, it measured 8.2. So, which is right where I want it to be. Kind of a cool little weird thing. We only have a couple of shipments going out today. Typically it's about, I don't know, 6 or 8, something like that. And I usually have to go to the post office. This morning we do not. I got a bunch of not guitar related stuff. I got to write an article for a magazine today. That I've been working on, not guitar related. It's a whole other thing I do that I write for this other magazine. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And then I'm going to show you, I changed out the pots in the giveaway guitar. And then, since it's Thursday, we're going to go ahead and get ready for our live video that we do. Today's Thursday. That we do our live video at 5 o'clock. And I'll kind of show you some of the setup with that. Well, this is cool, I think. This is actually going to be for the other YouTube channel, but let's check it out. It's not guitar related, but whatever. The RV lock. So on our motorhome, it has obviously a door lock, but this is going to give us a key fob and a keypad, so we won't have to carry that junk with us all the time. So that'll be cool. That'll be on the Music and Masquerade channel. So almost daily I've been getting the question, well, if you live in a motorhome now, how can you still do all the stuff you're gonna do? Well, I'll show you. I just got a shipment of parts in from my vendor, and basically, not that one. This is where we keep everything. And of course, guitar pickups aren't that big, right? They're only this big. So basically we've got some bigger tools in here. My pickup winder lives here. I've got a press for pressing bobbins together. The magnet, actually people have been asking about this lately. Let me get this out. I'll show you how I magnetize magnets. super simple. It's just a vise with magnets in it, and you just pass the pickup between there. It's not that hard. Super basic setup. A lot of pickup builders do it that way. And then I have a Gauss meter in my other tool compartment. That's how I measure how magnetized they are. The thing about different magnets, though, is that's the whole point of the number. A2, A3, A5, that is actually what determines. You can magnetize something. How do I say this? The number determines how magnetic the magnets get. Now you can magnetize them up to a point below that, but they won't go above that. But once you max them out, they're maxed out, if that makes sense. So there is a little bit of method to the madness about how below that top threshold you want them to be. And therein lies the secret to partly why our pickups sound the way they do. So anyway, I got a bunch of parts in here. This is all having to do with pickup parts. And I just got a bunch of capacitors in. So we're going to go ahead and add these to the inventory. I got a bunch of 47s. Yep. 0.047 seems to be the most popular. That's what we go through the most of. And then these are for Eldred mods for Esquire circuits, because we make these pre-made circuits on the website for tellies. And those go right there. And then these got some P90 covers and some retainer bars for the inside of a humbucker. So just to take you through what we got here. Man, I feel like I'm always ordering parts. Okay. So 15, 22, 33, 47 output jacks, 250K pots, 500K pots, some no load pots here, 3-way switches, 4-way switches, 5-way switches. That one made it into a different spot. Some Les Paul switches, some screws and some springs for retaining pickups, and that's basically it for that one. And then I have like, I don't know, probably like 4 more of these with various other stuff, humbucker parts, P90 parts, weird parts for like lipstick pickups and random stuff like that, and then all of our humbucker inventory. And then underneath there I have another container with wire, so cloth covered wire, 4-way 5-way wire for humbuckers, and then of course all the coil wire, all the different gauges, 42 and 43, and some other stuff that we have for some custom pickups. So that is inventory control. Now we need to get ready for our live stream at 5 o'clock. Alright, so I think this is where we're going to do our live from today. Use more natural light coming from the front windows is why I'm doing it this way. And then we'll put our little metal table right here when the time is right, and we'll have a guitar. This is how I did the Patreon class the other day too. It worked really well, and I was able to just kind of sit here and have a table with a guitar on it in front of me, and it worked pretty awesome. I think that's what we're going to do the next time we do that Patreon class, like once a month. So, and then I can put my phone right here. We might lower this down just a little bit. Boom, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. That'll work awesome. And then what I use is this wireless transmitter clips right here and plugs into my phone. And then a wireless lavalier mic that I can then use and have a wireless mic and be able to move around and do whatever I need to do. Works pretty awesome. So we're basically set up for the 5 o'clock live, And then what I'll do is I also grab my computer and kind of like stage up the questions, like what questions we're going to ask. There's a ton on patreon.com this time, so it's going to end up being mostly questions from patreon.com. People have been asking, like, you know, what's the chances of getting a question answered and if we don't use Patreon? I'm like, well, I mean, obviously I'll do the best I can, but those folks over there, obviously they, you know, find value in that, so I try to make sure that we can give back to them as best possible, which is making sure their questions get answered. So obviously they're going to get some priority on it, you know. That and super chats in the live video too, because you know this is a lot of work. All right, so you know I've been doing like a little bit of project during these live videos at 5 o'clock on Thursdays. So one of the things we need to do is we need to get the pickups out of this Schecter C1 for the Fishman deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shoot this silent. We'll probably do it like as a time lapse during the video, but basically what you're going to watch right now is me doing that, because I'm going to clip this camera right over here, and you are going to get the kind of behind the scenes, not necessarily behind the scenes, but in front of the scenes, exactly as it happens, except I need a screwdriver. Alright, so one of the other things I want to check right away before we go live at 5 o'clock is I don't always do everything on camera, and one of those things that I don't do always is like any kind of Dremel work or anything. So I just want to make sure, and then also go over the directions and stuff, and just make sure that the pots fit these holes. And I also want to understand what wiring we're going to use, because this is 2 push pulls and 2 not push pulls, and we only have 3 holes in this guitar. Obviously we can't drill another hole in it. Alright, so let's just double check that the holes are big enough. It appears that they are. Yep. So these are not normal 3/8 shafts, which is interesting. That means that you can drop this into an import guitar without having to drill the holes out. Like for example, this is an import guitar, and to put new pots in it with the normal 3/8 bushings, like a normal 250 or 500, I actually had to drill these out so that we could put, you know, put Bourne's pots in them. But Fishman must know that people are going to put these in import guitars, and so they use the little 7mm ones, which is interesting. I've not seen that in a premium product before. Alright, I guess we're ready to go. Camera's there. I got the wireless mics out and ready to go. I got the project guitar ready. Computer's here so I can read comments and questions. Got the gold Gretsch, because we're going to talk about this, the 40,000 subscriber giveaway guitar. And yeah, that's it. We're ready for 5 o'clock. And with that, guitar modding for Thursday and the live show and all of that is done. Thanks for hanging out. This has been fun. I wonder what we will do tomorrow. I actually already know. We're going to finish up the Schecter C1 project and make music with that. And then we're probably also going to shoot a video for Monday about the Gretsch tone knob volume pot swap. Does it really make a difference? So, yeah. See you tomorrow.